Well, good afternoon, Kingdompreneurs. How are you today? Today is day 6 of our 30 days of energy pulling to create the space you desire. And we want to continue on talking about the demand of being you. I am Satella DeVoe. I am a Kingdompreneur and an entrepreneur. And I work with creative entrepreneurs and small business owners and enterprise owners. Okay? And so I just wanted you to know who I was. Now, we spoke yesterday about being you and what it means to be you. And for you to really be you, you have to step into the brilliance of that light of who you originally are. And the fact that you are a eternal being. And as an eternal being, you've always existed. And you made a soul contract uh, with the Creator, Yahweh, to come into this earth realm and to fulfill this soul scroll mission, this purpose, this longing and desire that you have. And, I said yesterday that this light that is emanating, this light that is flickering right now, is flickering because it wants to be connected back to the source. And the source is the Creator, the one that created everything. And so to be you, you have to reconnect. I don't want to rehash that. So if you haven't listened to it, you can go back and listen to day 5 and you can hear all that I said there. But I believe it's when the demand of being you. And what do I mean by the demand of being you? It's when you are ready to show up. It's when you're ready to be who you are, what's in all. And it's when you're ready to not compromise who you are. It's when you're ready to say to the people in your life, those you love, it could be family, friends, or whoever's in your life, but it's when you're ready to say to them, and more importantly, when you're ready to say to yourself, I am not going to do anything at this stage in my life that's not in alignment with where I know and I feel and I believe I'm being pulled to go, or I know that I want to go. And so the demand of being you requires you to come to your true self, to come to the highest level of your existence and of who you are in the world. Because when you show up as your highest self, your brilliance, your magnetism, your attraction, and you're vibrating at a level that causes everything that you agreed to when you are on the other side of the veil, the other side of the vortex, the other side of the gate, however you want to refer to it. When you were in eternity determining what were the things that you wanted to fulfill and come to pass when you came in on this side, being born and coming into the earth realm and into this reality. That is written on your soul scroll. And your life's mission is there. And that's that longing. That's why I believe that no matter how successful someone becomes, that if it's not in alignment with their purpose, the exact reason that they agreed to be here, they cannot be who they truly are. This is why we've all seen people who have had enormous success. They've had hit records, they've had, blockbuster movies, and they've won the lottery, and they've had a lot of money. But we find people who have a lot of money or people who have a lot of success are still not happy. They're still not contented with their life. And that's because they're pulling things towards them. Yes, everything is energy, everything is energetic. And they're pulling things towards them and they're connecting with it on a certain level. But in congruency with who they really are, that brilliance, that demand of being your truest self is not awakened fully. It's like a beacon that's flickering, that's saying, I'm trying to find home and I can't find home. So I don't know what I'm really supposed to be doing. But I do know what I am doing is not giving me the fulfillment, is not giving me the completeness, it's not giving me that sense of rest and peace that I would like to. Please forgive me, I have a little bit of a cold here, so I might sound a little nasal. But the question is, are you willing to let go of all the restraints? Are you willing to let go of all your inhibitions? Are you willing to let go of all your self judgments or judgments of other persons that has put you in a box or put you in a circle or has confined you in some way? Are you willing to put that demand on yourself to be you in your highest vibration, in your highest self, your truest self, to let that light, that internal light that is inside of you awaken? Because if you're going to accomplish, and if you're going to find that highest level of fulfillment, my friend, you're going to have to find some courage to reconnect. And a lot of people say, reconnect to the source, reconnect to the universe, reconnect to Mother Earth. And as I said yesterday, and I'll say it again, the earth is in the world is in the universe is in the cosmos, and the cosmos is in the kingdom, and the kingdom is in the creator. And the creator, people want to call the creator the universe. They want to call the creator the source. So they know it's something external from themselves on one level that they're trying to connect to. And they think if they connect to the earth, they think if they connect to the universe. As I said yesterday, the whole creation is groaning for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh to awaken. So this awakening, this awareness that's happening to you, this awareness, this pull that you feel, that's pulling you in a certain area, in a certain direction, away from where you are right now, because you're not listening or watching this video if everything was okay. You're watching this video and you're listening to this video because you know that there's an incompleteness, there's a vastness that's in your life. And what I'm telling you is, as we do these energy pulls and we get clear, you see, because you can pull in the money, you can pull in the relationship, you can pull in the successful business. And then after you've done all that work and you've pulled all those things, you still find yourself not fulfilled. So obviously it's something else that is pulling you, actually, and you're pulling it because it's trying to reconnect. It's like two magnets, and when they get the polarity, when they get close enough together, they just pull together. That's what's happening to you. And so what I said yesterday, your highest vibration, which is you living out of your soul scroll, your soul purpose. And that's really important. What is a scroll? It's a book. It's a code. In your DNA is a code with a record of what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like it's beginning to have cracks in it that wants to let that inner light out. And if you're not putting a demand on being you, you're trying to put Gorilla Glue or something else over it. You're trying to wrap it around with duct tape so that you don't be you. Because sometimes being you is uncomfortable. Because being you and who you really believe, putting that demand on yourself, means that there are times in your life when there are people in your life that are not going to be happy with you being you. And it means that there's some relationships that are going to have to go by the wayside. There are some people in your life right now that you've outgrown, that no longer belong in your life. Oh, I get a call here. Sorry about that. So, can't take that right now. So, see, that's the demand of you. And so what I want you to do is find the courage to step into the light, step into the brilliance of who you are. Because the energy of demand of you being you says, I'm open to all the infinite possibilities of being you. When I made that decision in my own life, I found it was very uncomfortable. It was about a 3 to 4 year period where I was very uncertain. I was, still trying to fit into a mold. Yet at the same time, I was trying not to fit into the mold. It was almost schizophrenic, you would say. And because on one hand, you're trying to please your family and, not rock the boat. On the other hand, there is this gigantic pull that's saying, open up and let me out. Let me be who I really am. Let me be my truest self. And when I made that final decision that, you know what, I'm quitting this and I'm quitting that, and I'm not just telling you this to walk away from things, because if you have a family or you're married or you have a significant other and you might have your finances entangled together, it takes time and it's about responsibility. As I said yesterday, a part of being you is taking the demand, is taking the courage and responsibility to be responsible for the choices that you make in your life. Because the crux of the matter is that where you are right now, you have to make a decision. You have to choose. You have to choose to be you. And you have to choose to be you, knowing that when you be yourself, not everybody's going to be happy about the new person that appears. Not everybody is going to like the new you, because the new you is no longer compromising or going along to get along. And it's not that you're being a bitch, it's not that you're being difficult per se, but it is that you're standing your ground and you're standing in your truth and you're being your authentic self. And sometimes being your authentic self, you have to recognize things about you that are not very nice, because it calls for a massive amount of change. That's why so much energy and effort comes into play. So unless you return to the place of origin, you can never be the demand of being you. And as I said, I went into a lot of that yesterday. So you go back to day 5 and you'll hear all of that. But you're here for a reason. And the demand of being you has nothing to do with other people or shaping other people's lives. What it is that when you take the step and step into the energy of being you, it begins to call you're oscillating at a frequency and a vibration that calls a different set of people, a different level of connectivity and synchronicity that happens and that comes into your life. You begin to get into a flow of awareness and intuition on such a high level that people are attracted to you because you're being your authentic self. And when you let your spiritual light shine, remember, the Creator is light. And He sent His Son into the world, who was the light of the world. And you're made in His image. Now, whether you believe that or not really is irrelevant. It is true. And when you embrace it, you're going to be in awe of all the things that will come to you and will open up in your life. As long as you're resisting it, as long as you're putting up blocks to that truth and that revelation, it's going to be difficult for you. Because no matter how many manifestation or self-development programs or classes that you take, there's still going to be that element that is missing. And that element is missing is the true connectivity back to the original source. Remember at the beginning I said that you are an eternal being, that you came from eternity into this reality. And when you came from eternity into this reality, you came with a message. You came with something that you were supposed to do, that you agreed to do. And I can't say that enough. It's encoded, your whole being is encoded with everything pertaining to that soul scroll covenant mission that you made. Now, the energy of demand of being you in the world is, as I said, it's not going to happen overnight. And it's not going to happen in this one, few minutes here that we're talking together. This is a matter of a quest of exploration, of you uncovering this truth of yourself. And what I'm challenging you to do, and yes, I'm challenging you to do today, is to step into the light. And so what I would like us to do right now is I'd like us to do an energy pull. And let's pull the energy of the light of who you are in the Creator, Yahweh, in the Creator. Let's expand ourselves out to that light. I want you to expand yourself out to that light. Wherever you are right now, in your, in your office, in your home, in your apartment, wherever you are, in a hotel room, I want you to just close your eyes and I want you to just take a breath. And I don't want you to think about this too hard, because the other thing about this is that it's not about struggle. It's actually a push and a pull, but it's not a push and pull of struggle. It's of awareness, intuition, and understanding. And you might have to listen to this again to catch everything. But what I want you to do right now is just simply relax yourself. And I want you to think about the Creator. And I want you to expand yourself. Come on, continuously expand yourself. You're expanding out to that light, the Creator's light. Outside of where you are right now, outside of your home, your neighborhood, your community, keep on expanding out to your nation, the region, this world. Oh yes. Do you feel that? Expand out some more, out to the universe, into the cosmos, into the Creator. And as you're there, I want you to turn and I want you to see the light. I want you to see the light that was provided for you. And that light is Yeshua. You would say Jesus. It's Yeshua. Don't ruffle your feathers here. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about you putting a demand to be you. And this is a demand for you to have the courage, because now you're on a quest of exploration. You're on a quest to understand. You're on a quest to step into that light of the sun. And I just want you to embrace that light. And I want you to sit in that light for a moment. And I want you to allow that light